Yeah, once the construction started, we would help, but,
Alright,
you know,
yeah, it just seems kind of like, then they won't think through the option.
I would like to call to order the Finance and Personnel Committee meeting for Monday, October 17th, 2016. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Alder Wood.
Here.
Alder Bussey.
Here.
Mayor Miller.
Here. Is there a motion for approval of the minutes of the October 3rd meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. Are there any corrections or deletions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The minutes have been approved. There are no residents for appearances this evening. There is no unfinished business. Under item 6, new business, 6A is consideration of resolution 16-10-2124, approval of participation in a Wisconsin Bureau of Transportation Safety Grant titled 2017 Capital Area OWI Task Force. Lieutenant, welcome.
Thank you. We have two grants in front of you tonight. The first is the Capital Area OWI Task Force. This is a $10,000 grant. It's in partnership with our training consortium of Stoughton, Oregon, McFarland, Verona, and our prior grant partners of DeForest and the town of Madison. There's the standard 25% match, which is $2,500, and that can be offset by payroll benefits and fuel.
So we've been doing this in the past?
Yes.
And how does it operate?
The last one, we went to each community. This one will be, each community does the grant within their own.
Within
community.
their
This is
own.
just Monona working in Monona.
And is it 10 days, 12 days?
It runs December 1st through September 30th of 2017, and it would be roughly 3 deployments a month.
Okay. And we found it to be helpful?
Definitely.
Okay. I've dodged it so far. Move approval?
Second.
Is there a motion second? Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. 6B is consideration of resolution 16-10-2125, approval of participation in the Wisconsin Bureau of Transportation Safety Grant titled Dane County Suburban Seatbelt Task Force. Is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. Lieutenant.
All right, this grant is for $15,000 for Monona. It's a county-wide grant. Again, the standard 25% match is $3,750, offset by payroll benefits, fuel, and on-duty efforts.
Is this part of your job is to
Correct.
pursue these grants?
Yes.
Because we do quite well with them, I think.
Yes, we've had very
So I
successful
tip my hat
grants the
to
last few
you for
years.
doing that. Questions, discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 6D is consideration of resolution 16-10-2127, approval of a 7-year
I
agreement.
think you skipped one.
Well, I'm sorry, I did. Item C, consideration of resolution 16-10-2126, authorization for administrator purchase approval of a used catch basin cleaning truck. Mr. Stefani.
thank you, Mayor. This item should probably be approved contingent upon the capital budget line item passing. In any case, this is basically a request for pre-authorization to have the city administrator approve the purchase of a used sediment catch basin cleaning truck when we find one. Reason being is that, seeing as though we're buying used, there's a great potential that once we find one, we could lose it to another buyer because the sellers want to sell now. We would report back to Public Works and Council on any purchase we do make, but basically seeking authorization for Finance and City Council to authorize the city administrator to okay a purchase.
Questions? Alder Bussey?
Move approval contingent upon approval of the 2017 capital budget for this item.
Second.
You okay with that amendment? Motion and second.
Thank you.
Any further questions? Hearing none. All, would the clerk please call the roll?
Alder Wood.
Aye.
Alder Bussey.
Aye.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Are they out there?
They're out there. Yep.
Okay.
We've got a few that we're looking at right now, so.
Just as a quick aside, when does the leaves were really coming down in this wind today?
We started last week already.
All right, we're
So,
sucking.
yep.
Thank you. Now, item D, consideration of resolution 16-10-2127, approval of a 7-year agreement, excuse me, with Advanced Disposal for automated curbside solid waste and recycle collection. Is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
And second, Mr. Stefani.
Thank you, Mayor. We received proposals on September 21st from 3 firms, Advanced Disposal, Waste Management, and Pelletieri, on a new contract for curbside solid waste and recycle collection. Public Works Committee reviewed the proposals at the October 5th meeting, and we are recommending a 7-year contract with Advanced Disposal. The packet you have includes data for the 7-year program, 2017 through 2023. I've included the comparisons with Pelletieri because they were number 2. I also included the information that the bulk item pricing program, the first 3 years, are based off of. The collection days of the week, we are going to maintain our Tuesday and Wednesday collection days of the week. For this contract, there would be no fuel surcharge for the life of the contract. And then I also show you the units that were in the RFP to base the numbers off of our trash tonnage. These are 5-year averages, with the 5th year being 2016 prorated to date. So taking the high number there. And our average rebate value for the 5 years is $60,000. So if you carry that forward to the Advanced Disposal 7-year estimated pricing that I carried out for 2017 through 2023, we have a very solid estimated expense. We're going to recommend option A on the recycle. That's where we maintain our rebate program. So we have an estimated expense before the rebate is applied, and then the estimated expense after the rebate. The $60,000 rebate value is the average from our 5-year program. We had some very high years, and we've had some down years. And recently, the prices of the thing creeped back up. So the estimated prices that you see for the 7-year option A in 2017, we can expect around a $261,728 final price tag. That kind of takes us back to 2013. That's what's nice about going out to RFP. We get a nice price correction. So, at the end of the year, 2023, we can expect $296,628 expense. That is still lower than what we paid in 2011 for solid waste and recycling collection. So I think these are very good numbers that we have. And the estimates we have are very solid because we're essentially a landlocked community. I think any growth that we do have is going to be the multifamily, which wouldn't apply to this contract. So in the past 5 years, we've only grown by I think, three stops on this current contract. So
Good job.
pretty solid numbers.
Compliments to you and your staff. Have we had any complaints with Advanced Disposal in the last 6 months?
Not in the last 6 months. No.
Alder Bussey?
What was the decision-making in choosing 7 versus the 10 or 5-year options?
The 10-year option, we start to lose our value, I think, in year 8. We don't get as much value on the overall because the prices are high at the end of the 10-year contract. I had one spreadsheet that I made. I don't think it made it in your packet. Where the difference between the two comes down to, I think, around $9,000. If you look at the Advanced Disposal 7-year, in the far right, you see option A and B estimated difference. where the top number is 14,950, and then in 2023 the difference is 13,509. In the 10-year, that drops down to I think around $9,000 difference. So there's not as great a value between option A and option B. Option A being where we have the rebate program. Option B is where they collect the recycle, they maintain any profit and any expenses. So the value lessens the longer the contract. So the 5-year didn't go with that because I think we have great pricing on the 7-year, and we want to lock that in for a longer term. So.
Okay.
Mark?
Once the budget comes out in November, when we get that out in the committee of the whole, you'll notice his fund for the solid waste fund will drop about $30-some thousand.
Oh, wow.
So compared, because like he was talking about, it reverts back to prior years, even like 2013, I believe. It's like,
Right.
so it will have an impact on that portion of the property
And are
tax.
you happy with the timeliness of the rebates?
Yes.
Are they good about?
Yeah,
providing those and-
they every time we get a bill, they have the rebate on there.
Every month.
Oh, it's calculated.
It's calculated
part of-
every
well,
month. The rebates are 1 month behind,
Yep.
same as the
Sure.
tipping fees, so that portion, but that's typical.
Do you know, it just seemed pretty clear cut on this. And I was looking, if I was a competitor, I would look at these documents and know how to price the next time against advanced disposal. How many communities are using advanced? Are they a big deal, or I only see them around here?
Pelletieri has the majority of the municipalities
That's
in
what I
this
thought.
area.
Yeah.
Advanced disposal, you get away from the Madison metro area. They have more of those. They have more of the townships. They have some. I think they have Maple Bluff. All their communities are listed on their website. So if
I
you
just
wanna-
find, they won hands down, and
right. They're
how the others aren't a little
we're very
tighter.
unique in that I'm not sure if Madison gets commodity pricing or value. We're the only community in this area that gets rebate, that we get 100% profit off of recycle.
And is that because of our citizens, or because
No,
of
that's
good
because of-
negotiation?
That's because how we
The
wrote
contract.
the RFP. Yeah,
And they don't offer this to other municipalities?
not unless you ask for it.
Gotta be a good negotiator.
Yeah.
Good job.
We had this in place where I came from.
Yeah.
Where the community got the rebate. It's our community's recycle, and it is being sold, and there's a profit. We should get that.
Good job.
Yeah.
Further questions?
Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Again, thank you very much, Dan. Item 6E is consideration of Resolution 16-10-2129, requesting exemption from the county library tax. Welcome, former librarian.
Current.
Oh, he's still there? Oh,
Still
Still here.
He looks like he's coasting to me.
Welcome,
You
Eric.
didn't like me. It's that time of the year where we do our annual request for exemption from the county library tax. Once again, we meet all of the Dane County standards, and we're anticipating that you will appropriate more than the minimum requested from the county. So this is a way of saving taxpayer money.
Questions for Eric?
Oh, move approval.
Second.
Motion and second for approval. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And again, congratulations that we met earlier today. And he has a great opportunity in, I don't know, there's a bunch of towns named that. I forget what it's called, Wanakee.
Never heard of them.
Oh, it's the only one. Moving on to 6F is consideration of a $10,000 grant award for the Cozy Home, 6328 Monona Drive, from the city's facade improvement program. Is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. Ms. Reichertz.
This is for consideration of approval of a grant award for $10,000 from the city's facade improvement program. It is a 50% matching grant out of the total project cost proposed. So the owner of the property, Lorraine Richard, is proposing $46,000 of improvements to the property at 6328 Monona Drive, which is currently the dance studio with the mural on it on the south end of Monona Drive. It includes the pitched roof, addition of dormers, new siding, windows, and doors. It's a pretty substantial improvement over the existing. And process-wise, the Plan Commission did review this and determined that the proposed projects were eligible out of the facade improvement grant guidelines for the program and recommended approval of the $10,000 grant award.
Question, what is the products that they sell under their company,
The Cozy Home,
Cozy Home, what
is
is it?
a furniture consignment retail shop. So they take in used and unique furniture and home decor from people and sell it at their store.
So it is a retail
Yep.
establishment? Interesting. Further questions?
Yeah, question.
Yes,
The,
Alder Bussey.
south building elevation, what is the material under the roof? Is that new siding?
I don't have it in front of me. The blue.
I don't have
color.
blue, I have shades of gray.
Yeah, on the south elevation, they're adding new siding.
And one thing, not to tip the hand, but as it relates to the mural and things, Ms. Reichertz will be returning shortly with a major development project through the entire rest of that property.
Oh,
So I think a vast improvement to the potholed parking lot that currently resides there. So
that'd be nice.
so this will tie, and we've been in several meetings in the last few weeks. So, Alder Bussey?
How much do we have left in the fund for the grants?
Tons. Well, I don't know, do we really have it left, or are we just, because we had a lot in there.
It comes out of
but-
our fund balance, so basically it's part of the unspent balance we have in the TIF for,
But we originally allocated
like
some money,
500,000.
and we're not
Not even close to that.
No, we're at 140,000 or something.
This is our 7th or 8th grant, and not all of them reach the maximum 10,000.
You'll hear more later when I reallocate that for dog park maintenance. and better deployment. So, further questions? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Sonia. Item 7 is acceptance of general fund accounts payable checks dated September 30th through October 13th. Mark?
Yeah. If you go to page 1, it's kind of thin, but page 1, work truck and equipment. Part of the 2016 capital, there was the snowplow replacement. So this is the part of the purchased. So that was part of the approved capital. Page 3, I'm just going to hit on, there's 3 of them right in a row. They're Haven Petting Farms and Hoppin', I don't know how to pronounce that, but the Fall Festival, Petting Zoo, the Jugglers, and the Fall Festival Band, we just had that. So there's a lot of Fall Festival things in this packet. That was very successful. So these are some of the bills that are associated with that.
We met earlier today with Jake, and record attendance, record revenue, record expenses, but it came out to be a wash. And if any of you were able to make it, that petting farm was incredible. There were 3 deep around there between the pony rides, and it was just amazing between all those animals were so tame and gentle. And, yeah, there were ducks and bunnies and chickens and pigs and everything, and let those kids maul them, and they were just happy as could be. So
It was very successful.
I know too from the businessmen that first they ran out of hot dogs, and they ran out of buns, a few rods left, their chips were gone. They had, chili was gone. They just got wiped out.
yeah, it was
It was
incredible.
a beautiful day and a great crowd.
On Sunday, they ran out of the tickets for Fall Fest. I mean, it came to an end because there were no more tickets even to sell.
A
So,
lot of smiling faces.
It was a good week, and the Chili Festival went well, too. So
everything,
Okay.
the Mother Nature cooperated, so these were good expenses, although just a little tip. as we've been working on budgets the last 2 weeks, Jake's probably going to forego the music because that seemed to be, if there was one thing that doesn't seem to be a necessity in it, and perhaps just pipe through as they did WVMO through the whole park, because the petting zoo side was WVMO music and that sounded wonderful, and the live music had no one listening to it. So, okay.
Page 4, Larry Berg at the very bottom. We're doing some street tree planting there. On page 5, again, McKay Nursery was used for street tree replacement, so they both were.
Can I just ask on that, Dan, do we vary the species we use, or is there a standard replacement tree these days?
Right now, there's an approved list, it's the ordinance.
And who decides what goes in front of my home?
It all depends if there's power lines there. Because we have a certain species, if there's no power lines, and then another one if there is power lines.
And about how many trees a year do we do this?
I would have to get a number from Jeff, but,
Okay.
I would say somewhere between 40 and 50, that'd be fine. But we like to mix it up, we don't want to put
Right.
a lot of species next to each other.
Okay.
Page 7, pumps, tires, replacement for the police department. Below that, on page 7, Strand, just some of the things they've been working on for us. Just so you know, in the Strand, you see Cricket decommissioning. That was a cell tower they had on top of the water, a cell tower on top of the water tower. They did decommission, so there was some loss of revenue with that.
Any idea how much that one was?
About 20-some thousand, 22,000.
So does that mean we have real estate on there?
They had their stuff on there and they took it all off. That was
So somebody else, Verizon or...
nobody's taken that space yet, so it's empty.
But it-
There's
It's available.
Yep.
Is there a venue to notify the world that we have an open?
That's a good
If
question.
someone could check into that, because if we can pick up 20 grand,
Mhm.
we should.
The space is more valuable than that now.
Good, I like the way you think.
Right, like almost double.
Okay.
They have been renegotiating our contracts with them, and the prices have been going up. So definitely,
if-
Bill.
If you would, please, Dan. Thanks.
Page 9. Well, if you go to page 8, on page 8, there's just going to hit a couple things too. With Strand, kind of continuation. They are, as you can see, they are doing stuff at the library parking lot. So there is in 2007 road reconstruction. So these will come be brought up in the capital, but they're planning for next year. Page 9, Veerbecker. They basically have been doing Schroeder Park for us, so that's a lot of their cost. Right underneath that one, that's labor negotiations with the police and fire. Page 11, Air's Distributing. Just want to hit on this Halloween Spectacular is coming up. So it's another one of Jake's events they will be doing. Page 13, First Supply Madison. Hydrant replacement. This is the first phase of replacing the hydrants. The second phase is in the 2017 budget.
How many hydrants is 22 grand?
That was just the material. Labor's the other half of that chunk. We've got 4 lights, and we're hoping to get 3 more done this year.
I saw one at the river, at Bridge. I forget what that little tucked away street back. That one was bagged. Does that mean because we're working on it, it's
Yep.
bagged?
Yeah,
Okay.
that one's been replaced, we just need to go through the process of making a line.
Okay.
So that's all I have. Page 15, Purple Cow Organic. That is our compost charge. Other than that, I don't have any other to add unless somebody has questions.
Alder Bussey?
Move approval of general fund accounts payable dated September 30th to October 13th.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and second. No further discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Move adjournment.
Motion for adjournment.
Second.
Motion second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.